Daniel Willer here at Performance Auto Mall in Chapel Hill. I have to say, I've been waiting quite some time to do one of these videos on one of these cars. Oh man. All right, so if you don't know what this is, and clearly you're watching the wrong video, this is a 2014 Chevy Corvette Stingray Z51. This thing is a monster. Good God. All right, so this is the 3LT. This thing is the top of the line. If there was anything you could put in this car, this has it. The only thing faster than this in the Vet series is the Z06, in which this gentleman traded this vehicle in on. It's a 2014. This is a pre-owned vehicle. This has 851 miles on it. Come be the second owner. Come take this thing off our hands. It's still a little bit high. It's not an $80,000 Vet like it was new. It's about 70. So you get a $10,000 price break for buying it with a couple hundred miles on it. Money in your pocket, great savings, awesome car. As you see, it's a beautiful day, so I have the Targa top down. You gotta love the Targa. You got the 19-inch wheels all the way around. You have the big old 400 plus horsepower V8 going to the rear wheels, pushing a lot of ponies, man. 7-speed manual transmission, 7-speed manual transmission. Porsche was doing that until now, because Chevy's doing it too. So this has the blacked out wheels. This has all the little black accents, the rear wing, all the wind induction for the cooling. I mean, this thing is absolutely phenomenal. Completely redesigned for 2014. They brought back the Stingray. As I said, like 420 something horsepower for a car that weighs hardly anything. And it's just sexy. And I hate to use that word, but my oh my, is this car beautiful. Couple of features that I really like is you have these cool little LED lights here, and then the light bar in the front, and we'll get a shot of that while the car is on. And again, Targa, I mean, God, this car just blows me away. When they first put it out on the market and said this is what it's going to look like, I dropped my jaw. And then I started working at a Chevy dealership, and then we got one, and I started freaking out. I love this vehicle. There's so much to go over on the inside. There's so much to do with this car. There's so many different options and little tweaks and minor changes that you can make to make this car so much cooler. So let's go inside. Let's talk about that. And this is always the best part. Oh, getting into my car. I want it. All right, Daniel Willer here at Performance Auto Mall in Chapel Hill. I know I got the sun right there, so I won't be looking at the camera much, only because there's so much to go over in here. First things first, of course, you have your push button start. So since we have the 7-speed. Okay, so it's on. I know it's kind of quiet right now, so we'll also get a shot of this little knob right here. So this is actually going to be our mode selector. I'm going to go through each one of the modes. Starting off, you have weather. It detunes your motor. You have a good sounding motor. You hear the V8. It's nice, so on and so forth, okay? And then you have your eco mode, which again, detunes the motor, doesn't allow it to produce as much horsepower, and just gives you a little bit better gas mileage. You have your touring. So that kind of loosens up the suspension, makes it a nicer ride, just a nice smooth Sunday afternoon driving. You get into sport mode. It starts to piss itself off. Now, I remember the tone before. Do you hear the difference? It opens up the valves and the flanges in the exhaust, and it allows for this much more aggressive tone and this beautiful exhaust. And then there's one more after that. This is just bat out of hell right here. So this is track version. Don't drive this way. It opens up the exhaust. You have so much power. You have that resonator in the back that just pop, 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 pop as it decelerates. It's absolutely beautiful. So that's just the little mode select. Just for the interest of noise, we're going to turn it back to touring, and then the motor, the exhaust automatically gets quieter. So there's so much to go over on this car. Okay, so your standard stuff: Bose, navigation, heated, cooled seats, dual climate zone, so on and so forth. You have your driver passenger controls right there for your heated and cooled seats with their own specific climate controls. This is all a very driver-centric display. Everything is facing me. There's a big block here where somebody can hold on to. It's the oh my god bar. It gives you the opportunity to really focus on you, the driver. You have your heads-up display, which can be controlled through here. I'm too tall for this car, so there it is. Which is nice because you can see exactly how fast you're going, your acceleration, so on and so forth, without ever taking your eyes off the road. Another thing I want to go over is sort of your information display on the speedometer here. So you have your tire temperature. So it'll tell you if the tires are warm, cool, hot, kind of what's going on with your tires to give you the best grip, the best feel of the car, so on and so forth. Absolutely phenomenal system. You have your transmission fluid temperature real time. You have your battery voltage. Already my battery voltage has jumped up since I first turned on the car. Oil pressure is up. Oil temperature is right where it needs to be. You have a 0 to 60 accelerator counter, so it'll tell you exactly how fast you're going 0 to 60 right here on your car. Also, it has the G-force where it'll tell you how many G's you're pulling at, just because this car actually registers in terms of G's as opposed to just a little Sunday drive. This thing is a monster. One thing that I wanted to also talk about was the rev match. So yes, granted it is a manual transmission, but you can sync the motor and the transmission and all the revs and so on, get it all to match perfectly so that no matter what you do or when you shift, it's always a perfect shift. So this takes your mediocre driver and turns him into, you know, Dale Earnhardt. So it's really cool. Again, there's so many other options here with the internals. You have your navigation, which is a really nice. Chevy has redone their navigation system here recently, and they really have done a great job with it. It's all new stuff. It's this, what is it, the MyLink system, which is really nice. The Bose surround sound is a whole new system. I know that they upped the wattage of the amps. I'm turning the channel, not the, I want y'all to hear this. Woo, more commercials. Anyway, you can't really hear it. I can hear it. It sounds great. Bose all the way around. There's a perfect spot for the Targa in the back, and so on and so forth. So you have this full digital readout here with your tach. You have your speedometer on the left. You have your gas and, you know, temperatures and whatnot on the right. But again, all very driver-centric, all great. I mean, this car is just an absolute monster. I'm a huge fan. I want one because of that specifically, that sound, that noise, the aggression, the looks that you're gonna get. You don't buy this car if you're shy, because it's gonna be a head turner. People are gonna stop, people are gonna wanna talk to you about your car. This is the nicest car on the road right now. It's beautiful. I'm Daniel Williger. I'm here to be your car guy. I don't wanna be just a car guy, I wanna be your car guy. We're gonna get you set up. Performance Auto Mall, Chapel Hill, come and see us.